Here we are, good old-fashioned pack out video, which do well on the channel. People like to see a good comparison video of some of the best things out there to pack. And so we've got from Pakt, this is the 35 liter travel backpack 2.0. I didn't have the first iteration of this. It's gotten some rave reviews. My friend Chase really likes that one. So I figured that when 2.0 came out, I would give it a shot. So here's 2.0, 35 liters. We also have their 15 liter somewhere around here. I won't tell you where just yet. Got some other surprises around the corner, but what today this video is going to do is going to be part of a two-part series. Now, part one is going to be all about this bag, all the features. We're going to also transplant everything that's in here into two comparable bags. This is the Evergood CTB35, exactly the same size. And then my go-to in this category, this is a 34 liter GR2 shooter edition. Slick on the outside, got some loop panel on the inside for specific purposes that I've outlined in another video. But really what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything that I overpacked in this one and see how they fit in the other two bags. But this is the benchmark in this video. What I put in this bag, completely overstuffed 35 liter. Again, they make this in a couple different colors. They also make it in a 45 liter, but in my experience in travel, I really love the 34, 35 in liter size, just because this is a great fit on your back combo without being too much. And I can live a week in this size. I've done it before. You gotta pack smarter, but it can be done, and to me this is a sweet spot for travel. I don't really go up too big. The 45 liter really didn't interest me for my style of travel, but it might for yours. But this is the feature video of this one, probably in about a month and a half. Got a busy November, a lot of travel. October, rest of October and November, a lot of travel, and I'm gonna be using this one, learn a few things. So I'll come back to you with what I really think of this, because this one's got a lot of just different things compared to other bags. Yeah, there's a 2-compartment setup, sort of like a GR2, but it really is a lot different. A lot of great features in this one. So let's get to it. I won't talk anymore. Let's just get right to the features. So let's get to it. All right, yep. 35 liters of capacity. The way I packed this out, it's not sitting real straight. So I got this little memory card holder. This is a PGY Tech. This thing is great. But it also does a great job as being the perfect height to make most bags stay on their own. So here we are, 35 liters. They also came out with this 15 liter pack, which has got a lot of cool things to it. And it is designed to go into one of these front pockets. And when you're not using it, you can either use it as a pocket for something else, or you can actually cinch this thing and completely close it off, which we'll get to. Super cool. But this is the 15 liters. 15 liter side pack, backpack, travel backpack. It's pretty thin, not a lot of capacity, mimics the features of this. But real quick, we've got a lower compartment, bigger area, and then we've got a top, which its organization mimics the interior of this. Now, this is not going to be a whole video about this, but has a top pocket on the inside, room. It comes with a water bottle holder, which is a little too small for me to load out, but it's got some room with a magnetically sealed top area and a mesh see-in pocket and another pocket. There's also a secret pocket down here for an AirPod, which is really cool. You wouldn't notice that unless I told you or you saw it in the description. So there it is. There's also a key ring in here, nice. So 2 front pockets. There's a back pocket. Now the back pocket is magazines, papers, loose on the go. That's what they say. And then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas for you to attach these straps. The straps can be attached in backpack mode like I have it now, or you can just do a sling option. Really, the sky's the limit with that. And they got, again, this thing clips to the side. Take a smallish water bottle. So this is your kind of on the go, maybe use this in the airplane. Take this to the airport and to the airplane. Put this in the overhead, put this in front of you, have all your stuff in there. You gotta think about this though because of the way it packs. Now I've got packed pretty thinly, not much in there. This thing zips down to reveal the ability to attach some other stuff on the inside, which I don't have. You can put some bigger things in here, little, you know, one of the many little things to show you that it's dry. And then 2 pockets. Now I've got an iPad, I'll show you that, and the bigger 12.9 inch iPad Pro. So that's how those fit in there. So you'd be able to fit, I think it says up to a 15-inch laptop. So really with this thing, you know, use this in the airplane, and then when you get to your destination, all your stuff goes under the bed in front of you, wherever, in a closet, and this is your around town option. Packable backpack, packable, pretty thin, but again, kept it kind of thin. You kind of have to keep it kind of thin for it to go where it belongs. And I know I'll get to all the features, but let's just talk about that part of the bag. Here it is, lots of zippers. Probably going to want to customize this with some different color zipper pulls, just so you kind of know where you are. But in this area here, this front area, you can put this bag. Now, my normal go-to packable backpack, if I'm not going really small, like the Matador, I've got a couple Matador ones that I really like. Got a review of the Free Fly. Locked and loaded, just waiting for an opportunity to put it out there. But the Matador would fit in here, no problem. But also you could ball it up, put it anywhere other myriad of places. But what do I have in here? But I've got a bullet rack. 15-liter bullet rack. Not the laptop edition. This is the one that really kind of goes with me because it's malleable and packable. Huckberry patch on there. See you outside. See you out there. Just because this one packs really in a lot of different places. So if you use the laptop edition, it's not going to work as well, but it fits. I fit it. That's where it was. It doesn't. It's a little bit taller than this version, and again, that's what this compartment is designed for, just to fit that. Now, if you've got this fully decked out, you're just really not going to be able to get it in there. So what I have in there, pretty much 2 tablets, maybe some loose stuff, is really all you're going to put in there. You maybe put your headphones in there, but then you're really going to be really jamming it in there. And because I have got the rest of this bag packed out, you really can either have one or the other. So if you put headphones in there, you're really going to probably have to sacrifice some space in there, but it can be done. Now, if you're not going to use that compartment, or say you're at the airport now, there's a set of zippers that completely hide that section. So now it's kind of invisible and just compresses that whole section back in there. That is one of the ingenious parts of this bag, is the fact that you can take a packable bag with you very easily, and then if you're not going to use that feature, you keep these zippers zipped, and that whole compartment is just compressed, out of sight, out of mind, which is, I think, one of its best features, because I've just not seen that in any other bag. I like it. It's really nice. Now, in the front of the bag, we've got 2 pockets. Okay, this side, we've got a nice water bottle holder, and you know, this 18-ounce Yeti fits in there perfectly. Could even be expanded for a bigger one, and it's got this little loop. So this loop is if you had a water bottle with a narrower opening, like a typical water bottle from anywhere else, this thing you could loop around it and it would secure it so it wouldn't fly out of there. So that's pretty nice that you get that ability, and I like it. I'm curious about something. I mean, we got the biggest Yeti. Boom. Rocking the biggest Yeti that I have. And so that's nice. I like it. So there you go. Completely hydrated. That's what I'm going to take with me when I travel. This is the big boy. Yeah, I might take the small one. But you never know. But you can take the big one if you want to. Nalgene? Probably. Yep. Got a lot of great Nalgenes. I'll probably take that one. Prometheus Design Works. I mean, they're all gonna fit, right? This one looks really cool. I like the color of that one. Probably taking that one. Anyway, any of your water bottles are gonna fit. Like it. It's elastic. Compresses in if you're not using it. And we'll put this aside. I'll just get it away. So, water bottle holder, 2 front pockets, no top pocket. Kind of sad. And then handles on this side. This thing is when we get into the inside, it opens up like a big book. It doesn't clamshell front, open side. More about that here in a little bit. Bottom, got a little tab here. It's reflective, but you can also, if you're going to be on a bike, put maybe a clip on light there so just keep yourself visible. Now the back panel is really cool. Has some really nice features that I like that I haven't seen in a lot of other bags. The one thing I don't like is these straps are pretty grippy, very textured, and pretty rough. So I'm not really sure. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to utilizing, is seeing how that works. Now, the pro tip on this one is the shoulder straps are attached, and then there's load lifters. So I really like, that's a standout feature for me, the fact they fit load lifters in a bag of this style. You don't normally see that. They just kind of give up and they just put these regular straps in there and don't even think about load lifters. Load lifters allow you to customize where it's at. Comes with a sternum strap, and took it off because I probably wouldn't use it on this one, but it's got these clip-in waist belt. So I'm not going to use that, but it comes with it, so it's pretty cool that you get that ability. Now, it's got a luggage pass-through with some magnetic attachment points, so it holds it together. And on the bottom, got one more, lots of little hidden features here. TSA pocket. Now, it folds down, so it's not something that you're going to want to use, let's say, and keep your stuff in there. Like, let's think, for instance, maybe you'd hide your passport in here. Well, if you put your passport in here, then you got to fold it, and it's going to either stick out. It's just not going to be good for that. But what I think it's designed for, in my opinion, is TSA, is you're going to put your phone, probably all your metal items, loose change, you're going to zip it, hold it like that, and then you're going to run it through the machine. And when you're done, you're going to get all this stuff, put it back in your pocket, zip it shut, and then close it up. So, you know, it's just a nice little temporary pocket that you would use in the airport. And then when you're not, you just flip it away. Now, I have this thing totally packed out, and it's preventing the magnets from aligning. So if there was a version 3.0, they should just jam this thing fully full of stuff, and then, because I just can't get it to sit. Oh well, not a big deal in the whole grand scheme of things. Bottom handle, which I didn't point out, so we got a top, one, bottom, no handles here, side handles here, so you can carry it like a suitcase, but it's not, it's a backpack. Now, back to the back panel, one thing I neglected to say is that you can disconnect these from the bottom. Come with these nice little clips. Unclip those, and these straps will just get routed in here. So if you are going to check this bag, which I don't normally do, I'm not a check bag kind of guy, I am a overhead bin kind of guy, but I get it. If you just wanted to do something else, or maybe your car travel, or wherever you were putting this thing, you didn't want to get the straps all dirty because you're going to wear them on your back, then you can jam them in this back panel, which is pretty cool. It's another whole layer in there, so you can still use this as luggage pass-through, and then just keep those in there. Just keeps things tidy. So that's a nice little view there. Back panel, same materials inside these straps, so it's kind of abrasive. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how that feels on your back, if it kind of develops some rough spots. But anyway, backpack mode, options abound, and it is really cool. I like that ability. Now, one other thing that I haven't talked about yet is they have compression straps or gear attachment straps, however you want to look at it, hidden on this bag. So you can see them here. There's a little pocket in here. So you can't remove them, but they have little cubbies where you can put them. And they kind of just fall out of there. Same on the other side. And they're clips. So you can route them to the front and put it in here. And now you can compress this bag. So even though it's 35 liters, you could go a lot smaller with it and then use this to compress the bag down. And then you would be able to do that without having a lot of kind of empty bag around. Now you can also use this to attach a tripod you could put your fishing pole. If you had like a fly fishing pole in those protective cases, you could put it in here and lash that sucker in. So I like that. And you know, for the times when you're not using it, keep the bag cleaner looking, hide them away in these little tiny pockets. There's a lot of features in here that remind me of this boundary supply bags that I've seen. And so maybe in the second video, I'll get one of those out and we'll talk about some features side by side. But anyway, same thing on this side, little hidden pockets, lash them to the front, boom. Now you can put stuff on both sides. Neat little feature. Again, carry handle here, no top pocket, which is its only sad thing. Now, I said no top pocket. However, where's the laptop sleeve? Most bags put their things in the back. Where's this one put everything in the middle? So in the middle zipper, accessing the center of the bag allows you to get into this zipper compartment. I'll show you more about that when we break into it to where I actually am. But there's a padded compartment in the middle of the bag. And in here is where I put the laptop, MacBook Pro. So, you know, if you were going to design a perfectly protected laptop bag, you would put the laptop in the middle and you'd put all your stuff around it. And that's what this one does. In the exact center of the bag, your laptop, your pride and joy, all of your videos, family photos, your work documents, the key to the entire universe, the cure to cancer, whatever it is on your laptop, and it's in the middle of the bag, and you have 2 equal layers of stuff on both sides. So that's how you'd access your laptop on the go. More about that when we dive into it. The other 2 compartments are accessible by these zippers. And so that's cool, because if you've got stuff hidden away in the front, you can access them. And that's cool. More about what's in these individual pockets as we dive into it. So you can, again, the bag is essentially designed, except for these 2 front pockets, 2 big areas. This whole thing will zip open. Will make a lot of sense here in a second. But then you can access the top of those 2 big areas if you wanted to. So that's how we're sort of the philosophy of this design of this bag, which is unique to Pakt, and it is pretty cool. Now, the bottom of the bag, 1 pocket, bigger stuff, and this is where I have jammed in here the Cap 1 from Evergoods. This is the X-Pack version, the Phoenix edition, so that one fits in there very nicely, about perfectly. Top area, this is the admin area, very similar to what we saw on the 15 liter. So this will fold down, no front zip pocket on this one, maybe it's only drawback. Space for things like these Garage Built Gear Mighty pouches, 1 of them, 2 of them. Those fit in there perfectly because it's got some dimension to this pocket for you to put some bigger things. And then we've got, you know, key loop. You can carry with keys. For me, it'd be a flashlight. And then we have a zip pocket. You can see some stuff, including a business card from the founder. Another little pocket, pretty deep. So this is what I like about this one, is this is pretty deep for you to put other things. Like you could put your PGY Tech, or you could put some other card readers in there. You could put your phone. The phone could go back here. Also got another little thing in here. I totally missed that. They don't use plastic packaging, so the whole thing is in cardboard, multiple layers of cardboard box and protected, but there's no plastic, which I do really love that part of it, because we just go through way too much plastic these days, especially me with all these bags. Little loop up here, big section for a pen, and a tighter section on the top, which is perfect for an Apple Pencil. So that's what I have in here. Got my Apple Pencil, and then a magnetically closed back pocket, which is the perfect size for the mini, iPad mini, which I love. It's the one thing that's in my hand the whole time I'm traveling or if I'm not at home. This is the best thing to consume content. So that's the front pocket there. Like it. And that's kind of like on the go, sitting in the coffee shop, sitting in the airport next to you, kind of get up, do some stuff, go to town, that kind of thing. And if you didn't have a pocket, the bag inside that you were going to get out, you would just live out of this. And that's kind of what I will do, because I won't necessarily have that for en route. I'll probably have the bullet ruck for when I get to my destination. But this one is going to be primarily, probably not going to have these in there. Probably have my headphones, my bigger headphones, my iPad. So when I get to the seat, my headphones, iPad, and that's all I need while I'm in the airport. So there we go. Front pocket. Now let's dive into the big section, the big area, And again, this thing is it's a beast. And so let's open it up. Again, it's clamshell, right? So clamshell in the terms of the other way. And I like the fact that it goes all the way around both sides, because then you have no restrictions when you go full open kimono clamshell. Now the back panel is accessible by this zipper. And we'll talk about what's in each section. So that's how we'd get to that section. Again, you get it from the top. Now, what's also cool is this, they have a zip. So I have another layer, which I haven't even used. And more about sort of a philosophy of this bag maybe in the future later, but you can put more stuff in there. Maybe that's your dirty laundry sack right there. This section, kind of hit on this earlier, this is that laptop area that I talked about. Laptop, and it is elevated. It stops right about here. That's where the pocket ends. You have all this area, and again, bottom of the bag. So you've got lots of cushioning between whatever is in there and out. And this is padded too. So just lots of layers of padding. Nice. Now, this little zipper is how you access the front area. So, the front area, again, laptop inside there, protected and padded on both sides. This is what we got. Now, these are two sort of thinner sections versus some of those other bags have a one bigger, deeper. This has got packing cube. Now, this has got the GR1 field pocket, and then the 10 liter from GoRuck. That's normally like this when you see it, but because of the dimensions of these, you have to go flat style, which is not a big deal, just the way it is. So this is actually, sorry, I was confused. This is the back of the bag. There is a plate in there, which is nice, holds its shape. And again, you can access this from the top. So nothing else organization-wise in there. Again, a field pocket and the 10 liter packing cubes on this side. And that's essentially the whole volume. And that's a perfect layout for that one. Again, when we get to the other section of this video, when I pack up their stuff, you'll see how all that stuff works. Now, this section, what do I have? And again, the sections are almost identical in terms of dimensions. So what you fit in one, you'll fit in the other. But for me, just packing out a few things, this is where I've got the Peak design, my favorite packing cubes. Got a couple of these in the medium and a couple of the smalls, just because this fits t-shirts, pants, jeans. The other ones fit a couple rolled up socks, underwear, and more t-shirts, but there and a couple other field pockets. In here on this part, which is the front, you have little attachment areas. So you could attach things in there and have them not move. They also have some other accessories from Pakt, which I don't have, that you could mount in there and they'd be permanently or temporarily mounted for you. So there you go. So that's what's in there. And that's what I think about this thing. Now, this whole leads to another discussion of packing philosophies. And with a bag of this design, with this many different areas, would you even need packing cubes? And the answer is, it depends. And if you're gonna get somewhere and you're just gonna unpack everything and put them in drawers, then I think, yeah, packing cubes might make sense. If you're gonna live out of this bag, like this, then maybe not. And again, because you have this other layered pocket, maybe you can just pack stuff in there and omit the whole packing cube setup. But I think you're gonna probably have shoes in here, which I didn't do because I just wanted to show volume sizes. But in reality, I probably have mostly clothes and maybe a pair of shoes, another tech pouch, camera gear, and this one, something I'm gonna access at the top. Probably in a field pocket, but these field pockets I can pull out pretty easily when it's all set up. So there you go. That's the design. That's how it all comes together. Protects all your gear, takes your water. Good for a multiple day trip for sure. And the design is super good. Super big and durable. And really what it comes down to is these are recycled materials, premium design, premium build. I haven't found anything, this whole thing. I really do like the ability. One thing again, my questions are the texture of this back panel, both the shoulder straps and the back panel. I'm kind of questioning. Now it is super padded, so not any doubts there. Little ridges for a little bit of airflow, so I'm not really worried about maybe it falling apart. But people talk about 1000D tearing up their clothes. Well, you might have the same issue with these. And I didn't talk about this little tiny handle. Little hanging handle. Not a handle to grab, but there's only a couple bags. Only a couple bags out there. They will carry max. This one that comes to mind has this little hanging hook, which is really, really cool. So, all right, cool. So when I got this one, when I ordered it actually, what am I going to show off with this one? Well, I have to show you how it packs out in some competitors. So first off, let's get some things. This is included, and let's just say we're going to remove the packable bag from the equation right now. But let's go CTB35, and let's just see how all this stuff from this bag packs out in the CTB35. So first off, let's just completely unpack and then repack. All right, so there we are. Completely emptied the Pakt 35 liter and completely decked out the CTB35 from Evergoods, which I really do like this design because of just the way it feels. Now its back panel is a lot different. Got one grab handle here. Definitely a smoother feel to that, but some space that I didn't utilize. First of all, you can take another bottle pocket, right? I don't have any compression on this one. I definitely use the front, although there's a lot more that I could put in this front pocket in the CTB35, some other internal organization which I didn't utilize. And there's some capacity up here in the CTB35. I put the iPad mini in there, but there's a little bit more room. What I didn't use is this pocket, which I do love in the back, top pocket, sunglasses, AirPods, that kind of thing. So that's that. Definitely love the laptop area, which is super cool. And then you probably saw, but we'll just open this up again so you can see how it all fits. Garage Belt gear stuff in here. Didn't utilize this front pocket, but that's all the stuff on the inside. And it was pretty packed out. So volume wise, definitely one-to-one comparison. You know, that packable option, didn't fit it in there. So that would be one thing that you can take in this one with that expandable area in the front, that this one definitely just can't do it. Not comfortably. I mean, you could jam it in there, but the utility of it is just not going to be nearly as good. So again, super awesome, super cool, but in terms of capacity, it's just not going to work carrying another bag. So anyways, totally full packed out version here. Ta-da, love it. This is the Pakt, this is the Evergoods. Let's put this thing aside for at least a couple seconds here and get out the venerable GR2 34 liter shooter edition and see what we can do packing stuff out. Let's do that. There you go. So compression straps, of course, make this thing kind of all come together. It's a little more rough and tumble, and definitely a lot more varied uses for this one. That loop material on the inside, way you can totally customize this one. Now, you probably have some room, I don't know, it'd be tough. Same kind of situation. Taking another packable backpack, at least with this much stuff, would be a little difficult, but possible. I would probably pack a little differently than I have right here, because as you may have seen when I packed it out, this front area is not completely utilized. Now I have the iPad mini in the front, and then the rest of this front area, I got the water bottle, so that's how I take it with me. And then just these little tiny pouches. So Didn't put anything in here or here. Cap 1 is in this front, the top area, just kind of typically where I carry the Cap 1 and my GR2s, because I don't like to completely pack out this top section. Now I would probably pack a little differently, maybe put a couple more of those pockets in here and then put my bullet in here. That's what I've typically done in the past. But definitely fit everything in there. So in terms of capacity, some little give and take here and there for these different bags, but the Pakt travel backpack is definitely going to be used. Like I said, in the next couple weeks, we're going to take this one on the road. We're going to see what it's like in a real world test, a couple trips of varying distances, just to see, you know, how I like it, how I like this sort of open clamshell design versus what I'm very familiar with in the GR1, GR2 style of backpack. So, and again, the CTB35 is a good one, just all the time. So anyway, expect that video coming soon. We're gonna go on a couple trips, you know, because we like it. You know, hey, new lights. Have you noticed? Does it look any different? Do you like the lights? I kind of like the lights. And yeah, kind of like it. Also been messing with the iPhone 15, also recorded with that. Here's a version of this, and then color graded. So here's a couple different versions to see what I like better. Do I need to use the Canon or can I go with the iPhone? But these are little things you don't care about. You just want to know about backpacks. And I'm going to tell you about the Pakt Travel Backpack 2.0 here in a couple weeks. With that, we're going to get outside, enjoy the weather. It's fall, hit or miss, it's hoodie season. Get your hoodies, man. I love hoodie season. I've got way too many hoodies. Lots of room for hoodies in all these. So with that, see you outside.